HookahPro.com, your ultimate source for everything hookah. Find the latest tips and tricks, videos, reviews, contests, and more.
Hey Hookah Pro members, it's TMV8888 bringing you another review. Tonight actually it's still today, it's not nighttime yet. Well, it is, but bringing you a review today on some Al Fakir or Al... I don't know how you pronounce it, and I don't care. I'll just say AF because it's easier. Chocolate. This is so far the only AF flavor I've ever tried. But I've heard a lot of weird things about AF, such as grape tasting like ketchup and some other weird flavors coming out as well. I believe somebody said strawberry tasted like popcorn, which is weird, to say the least. Not as weird as ketchup, though. Anyways, I bought this because I'm a big fan of chocolate flavors and more of like the sweet flavors. Because I really enjoy the variations from your typical like fruit flavors and stuff like that. So that's mainly why I got this. I don't really know what to say about it other than I'm actually pretty impressed with it so far. There's things I like and there's things I don't like. As far as packing it goes, I don't care for it at all. This stuff is extremely soupy. I didn't think anything could beat like ramen or Al Tawareg. But this stuff really beats it. Like, there's probably, I don't know, I don't really know how to describe it correctly, but there's a pool of soup sitting at the bottom of the bag that this came in. The cut of it, I'm not going to get up and show you the can because the can's a mess and I don't want to get like syrup all over my fingers. But it's kind of a middle of the road cut. It's not too thick, not too thin. Pretty simple to pack with. There are some stems in there. Not like big Nakla style stems, but there's some pretty decent stems in there. And believe it or not, I actually found an entire tobacco leaf in there, not shredded at all, just an entire tobacco leaf. I could unroll it and hold it out to you. It's probably about that big, I would say. And also another thing to watch for with this brand when you're packing it, I would use either a funnel bowl or a vortex bowl. Right now, I don't have either available at the moment, so I'm forced to use an Egyptian bowl, which is going to mean that all those juices I told you about are going to be dripping down my stem if they're not already. And eventually you'll get a pool of soup sitting in your ashtray, which isn't cool. But other than that, another one of the weird things I've always heard about AF is the infamous throat tickle. I've experienced that, but only when I'm using a lot of heat. Right now, the Egyptian bowl that I have this packed in is a really, really small Egyptian bowl. It doesn't hold much shisha at all, and I can get away with using 2 cocos. And this is the second time I've tried this flavor in this bowl, and both times I haven't had a throat tickle at all. Nothing whatsoever. And honestly, so I think it may just the throat tickle may just be caused by overheating, perhaps. This stuff does seem pretty sensitive. But I mean, as far as the flavor, this particular flavor itself goes, I suppose I'll tell you about it. Fairly decent clouds. Flavor-wise, it's everything I could have wished for. As far as the chocolate flavor is concerned, it's a real nice milk chocolate type flavor. It's not a very complex flavor. I don't really know what brand of chocolate to compare this against, but it's not like a Hershey's chocolate. It's just like a nice creamy chocolate. It works great as a mixer, I can tell you that. We did mix it with some Social Smoke Banana once, me and a fellow Hookah Pro member, and that was really, really good, just kind of like a chocolate banana type thing. But I also really enjoy the flavor just by itself. It's really good. Decent clouds. Like I said, this is a flavor I could never really get sick of. It's a really, really nice variation from all the fruit flavors. Um, Other than that, I guess I'll just go ahead and give it a rating. I'm going to give this a 7 out of 5. And the only reason I'm giving it a 7, that rating has nothing to do with the flavor whatsoever, because the flavor is great. If my rating were based on flavor alone, I'd give it a 9 out of 10, because it's that good. It's a really good flavor, and I highly suggest trying it. But the only reason I'm really giving it a 7 is due to how difficult it is to pack. I mean, it's not difficult. It's just messy. It's really soupy. It makes a mess of your kitchen counter. There's stems in there. If you're using an Egyptian bowl like me, your whole hookah's gonna get covered in the juice. And generally, just packing this stuff is a bad experience. And that's really the only thing causing it to be a lower rating. Um, Other than that, if you guys don't mind having a mess, then definitely pick some of this stuff up. I mean, it's really decent. As far as smoke quality goes, as opposed to like if I weren't paying attention to like packing and stuff like that, smoke quality is right up there with like Social Smoke and Nakla and everything like that. I just really enjoy the flavor. It's really decent. So yeah, definitely try some of this stuff if you guys don't mind getting a mess on your counters. Once again, TMV8888 from hookahpro.com. Thanks for watching, guys. See you later. Oop.